Hello YouTubers and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to look at readjusting the rear brakes on the Fiesta XR2. So we've done about 700 miles in this car now since it's been restored. So the handbrake's not as good as it first was, so I would think probably looking at a bit of stretch on the handbrake cable and the shoes wearing down. So what we're going to do, we're going to whiz the wheel off and just have a quick check at the brakes, check them over, make sure we're okay, re-grease the bearings and whatnot. So we'll firstly start by taking the wheel off. Okay, so we've now got the wheel off. What we're going to do, as you can see, it's quite dirty and a bit of stain in there of wax oil and whatnot. So we're going to take the drum off and I'm going to clean all this lot up with the polishing stuff and make it all pretty again. So we'll just whiz the hub grease cover off, and that really reveals the split pin. So we'll put another new split pin in this if this one fails. We'll just bend the split pins back. That allows us to take the castellated lock cover off, should we say, which stops the wheel bearing coming loose. So we'll just prise that out. There's two handy slots in the drum. Take that with the pliers, or like I say, we'll replace that, and then this cover comes off. I've got my mole grips here on my water pump pliers. What I will do is get the torque wrench out and just nip these back up to the correct torque afterwards. I'll just undo that, and the nut comes off quite easily because it's well greased. And like I said, we're going to re-grease these bearings with my new grease I've got. These never got replaced when I did the build. They're in good condition, so I didn't want to replace them. I'm glad I didn't, because I'd have put some cheap ones in and ended up replacing them again. So with a bit of luck, this drum should just fall off, he says. No. Let's get the bearing out first. There's the bearing retaining washer. Put down there. I don't know whether it's got a bit of a lip on this drum, I'm not sure. I don't know, is it being a bit of a monkey? Now you've got automatic brake adjusters on, so it should in theory adjust itself, but sometimes it don't always work properly, but we'll find out. Get the drums off. Right, so as you can see, a bit of brake dust in the bottom of the drum. So they have been wearing well. They are a bit dusty, so we'll give them a clean up. Cylinders aren't leaking, which is good, because I never replaced these because they were new, so they still look a bit nice and dry there, and nice and dry there. So happy days. This, if you can see just down here, which I'll zoom in a little bit if I can. Just where my screwdriver is, the automatic adjuster, and the idea is when you put your foot on the brake, this ratchets out and moves the brake shoe out to allow it to take up any wear. So what we'll do, we'll just manually adjust it a little bit by a click, and then that should help us out, and we'll just give the brake drums a bit of a scuff off with some emery paper, same with the shoes, just to take any markings off, and then we'll put them back on. Okay, so we've now readjusted the brakes, took it up one little click on the brake adjuster, and I've re-greased the bearings, and now we're a little bit more tension on, which is good, so that should improve the handbrake. Got the nut, so I'm going to put the nut on. I've just been having a look in the manual. There's actually no torque settings for this, believe it or not. There's one for the front but not for the back, so just wind it on by hand with our fingers, and then we'll just have to use our judgment of how tight we nip this up. So I'll use my water pump plier so I'll not get too much tension. So that's tight there now. I'll go further and I'll just give it a little bit of a nip. It still spins. So what we'll do, we'll just align the hole up in the hub, and we'll turn this round so it picks up the correct gap. So I'm going to put a new split pin in. I have a box of these stainless steel ones, so I don't think it makes any else, so that looks about the right one. I'll just forget. I'll see if we can get a little bit of a bigger. Next size is a real big one. I don't know whether that's too big to go through. Yeah, that's a bit on the big side. So that one will be the one. This one, the same. Yeah. Pop that through. And what we'll just do with the cutters, we'll just bend it round. Just turn that drum a little bit. And we'll just whiz it right round like that. Pull it tight on itself. Do the same with the other side. It's always beneficial to replace these. They're only peanuts if you've got them, but sometimes they can go again. And then that's the grease cap. So what we'll do, we'll put a little bit of grease in that, just stop it going rusty. Our finger there, a little grease, and then give that a tap on with the screwdriver. And that's us done. Now I have done a bit of cleaning up under the wheel arch. Got a little bit more to do, so I won't bore you with that. I'll just give it a quick clean up, clean the inside of the wheel, and then we'll whiz round to the other side. Okay, so we're now on the driver's side. I'm just going to take the hub nut off. On this side I've already given it a bit of a clean up under the wheel arches and whatnot. So we'll just take this slack of this nut off. Again, that's coming off by the finger. And I'll just repack these, or repack these bearings at the same time as well while we're here. They're still pretty clean underneath. There's a bit of muck where I've missed there, but generally, considering I've used it in all weathers, it's pretty good. A little bit of surface coming around the edges. I'll put a bit of wax oil on them just to protect them. So I'll get the drum off if we can. Again, it must be adjusting okay. I just managed to take the other side up one click, so one click will make a difference. What we'll do, that'll bring the foot pedal up and the handbrake better. They're not a million mile away though, I don't think. Just awkward. It's not coming off that. Here we go. Look up. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. There we go. Right. That's a drum off, and we can see that it's nice and clean as well. No leaks from them used cylinders. They were pretty new, to be honest, when I first got the car, so happy with that. So just give the shoes a bit of a re-glaze. Still plenty of meat left on it. A little bit lower on that side than this side, but we can live with that. And the drum, equal worse, so equal worse. So we'll just give that a bit of a rub around with the standing stick. Get a bit of that surface brush where the brake shoe doesn't run on. It's probably what made it difficult to get off. There's no lips on these, they're quite good condition. Scruff them off, make them nice and clean again. That's a good one. So what we'll do, I'll just repack this grease bearing and adjust it one click and put them back on. Okay, so that now is the end. We've readjusted the passenger side up, cleaned under the wheel arches, and just give it a general check over. Everything seems okay. The wheel's spinning nice and freely with a bit of, just a little bit of catching, just like the other side, so that's great. So just going to give the car a bit of a clean with a polish now, a quick detailer, and we're ready for the weekend. We're out at St Catherine's Hospice on Sunday, so we'll do a bit of footage around that show. There should be some different cars there, providing the weather improves. Hope you've enjoyed what I've done, and tune in next time. Many thanks.